Really boring and seriously needs to be answered.
Is there anywhere you would recommend for a massage?
Turning me on, no?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my lovely flatmate Orla. We are doing a Q&A today since many of you have asked about life in Lisbon. You've asked me lots of questions. I thought I might as well bring in my flatmate who's got her own experiences and stories to share and to add. Yeah, we asked you guys to ask us questions on Instagram, so for the next Q&A, if you're not over there already, go and follow both of us at viola, helen, at Orla fave. So yeah, Orla, introduce yourself, quick introduction.
So my name's Orla, I'm from Dublin. I've been living here for about 3 months and I'm Viola's housemate. Sexy housemate. And cleaner of the house. I'm getting that one in there.
Okay, so the first question is,
okay,
Orla's gonna do the questions.
How did we meet? Yeah. Do you want to explain?
How do we meet? We actually met on Bumble BFF about maybe 2.5 to 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Quite a long time ago. And it was an interesting story. The first day we decided to meet up.
I'm wearing the exact same outfit as the first time we met. Yeah.
Obviously, because it's on an app, we were both very safety conscious. I think for some reason that you were busy, because I was like, let's do something, and then you didn't have time, so I was like, oh, are you gonna watch Love Island today?
Yeah.
And it was the first day of Love Island. Right? I was like, oh, you're gonna watch Love Island? And she was like, yeah, definitely. And then I asked like, oh, we're gonna watch it, because she didn't have a VPN, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch it probably at home. You should come and join. And then she was like, what's the address? And I was like, oh, let's just meet outside this shop that's nearby both of us.
Yeah.
To make sure that she was a real person.
I was like, is this to make sure that I'm not a serial killer?
So yeah, then we met, and then she seemed like a normal person, so then she came back to mine.
But she was wrong, because I'm not normal.
Yeah, and then we watched the first episode of Love Island.
And we haven't watched
an episode since.
No.
And that was the start of our blossoming friendship.
Yeah, we've had some interesting things happen here.
Yeah, next question.
Well, I think this kind of runs into the question that you get asked loads is like, how do you make friends? But Bumble BFF is really good. It's a really good app to meet people, and like you can see what your interests are, and just make sure you're safe before you meet people, obviously, like in a public area.
Only ever meet people in public settings in daylight.
And make sure you tell someone, like, you know, what you're doing at home. Most of my interactions on Bumble have been really good. Everyone's been really nice and normal and who they are. Bumble generally, or just Bumble BFF? No, Bumble BFF.
Yeah, I've only ever used it, Bumble BFF. That also leads on to another question where someone says, what's it like being a woman out there, like walking around alone, etc.? This kind of links in with safety.
Yeah, personally I felt quite safe, and I would walk home late. I haven't felt that unsafe. I think genuinely it's quite safe here. Typically we always like, we'd go home together or with somebody, or we'd like go to a certain point very near our house with somebody else. I have
walked alone quite a lot of times, like quite late at night by myself, and I've always felt safe. Obviously I've never had my headphones in. I always have my phone on me. Always call someone if I need to while I'm walking home. I know it's kind of sad that we have to do this, but I generally have my keys in my hand if I feel unsafe until I get to the door. But generally, yeah, I've never had any kind of scary experience here, except from the racist incident that I spoke about in my previous Q&A. That was in broad daylight in a hospital, so not relevant really here. But I've never really felt unsafe at night. I mean, you had one kind of scary incident.
I had one incident with a man who was like followed me up, but I actually approached another person on the street and asked for their help, which they kind of did, but I managed to get away and get into my apartment. I was fine, but yeah. Worst thing about living in Lisbon, the fact that everything takes so much time.
Yeah, the slowness. No, but in different ways. Yeah. I like the slowness of not feeling so fast paced or pressured like I do in London, but everything else is so slow.
It takes like so much extra time to do normal basic things. And also what's also really irritating is not being able to find like normal things in a shop. Like if you go into like a petrol station at home, you can buy like a charger or like just random things. Like they don't have like a deals or like a pound store.
Yeah, they don't have a Saver store.
Yeah, so
or at least not in the centre. Like maybe they do like further out.
I have never seen one, and like where you can just grab like nail glue or like a charger, just random bits.
Yeah.
It just takes so long to find those things.
I just miss efficiency so much. That's the only thing though. I can't really say there's anything else for me bad about Lisbon, I don't think.
No.
What does she do?
What do I do? I'm an architecture student back at home, but I'm just living here for the summer.
Living our best lives.
Living our
best summer lives.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing about each other?
Ooh.
That is an interesting question.
I love the way Viola's like really straight up. No, I do. Like, you've helped me through in situations where you speak up and stuff. Like, you're not afraid to like help, like in our Zara incident.
I think that you can make me laugh so much. We've had so many laughs. Like,
yeah.
We laugh all the time.
We're also very like in groups, we'll give each other the eye and be like, are you seeing what's happening? I love that.
We get each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Falam um pouco de português.
Me português irmão. No, I haven't spent any time learning. You've spent time learning.
Yeah, estou a aprender, mas agora não falo bem. Quero praticar mais.
I learned from the streets.
Yeah. She learns from the Brazilians that we meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do you spend lots of time together?
You've done quite a bit of traveling, and I'll be here, and I have other friends here and other things to do. But like when we are here, we spend time together.
Yeah. I'd say we spend, when I'm here, we spend a lot of time together.
But we also can give each other space. Like when you've been working and I've been working, we like
have our time to do that, and then we like come together and go out either for lunch or in the evening. We'd always spend the evenings together pretty much. I'd say. Yeah. And when we first met, we weren't living together, so like we didn't really see each other that much. And then you moved in.
That's another question about my crazy landlord.
Oh yeah, she moved into our place because she was having difficulties with the previous landlord. I think renting in Lisbon can be really difficult if you don't really know the market and what you're doing. I've seen on other Facebook groups and stuff, other people having difficulties with getting their deposit back, and the landlord's just being really difficult.
I would just say make sure like you get things written down, contract.
Yeah. But even then, I've seen people who've got contracts and still struggle.
I know.
Okay, what are the hunks like in Lisbon? Charming? Question mark?
Okay, what are the hunks like in Lisbon? Have we had good luck with boys over here? I would say
you have.
During the summer there was a lot of international,
a lot of tourists.
You can pick and choose.
Yeah, I mean, it's always with these questions as well, it depends. When people say like, what are the guys like in Lisbon or whatever place it is, I'm just like, do you mean
Portuguese?
Like Portuguese men, or do you mean just generally the men in Lisbon? I think overall our experiences have just been very interesting.
Yeah, interesting. They're not afraid to be forward though over here.
Yeah, I've not had that. Everyone else, every other woman I've spoken to, has said that. No, but you're not the only one.
No, they're just like, let's go for dinner like tonight. Like they're very like, you don't spend a long time talking to people. They want to like hang straight away.
Not in my experience. But yeah, but in everyone else's. Hard to make friends in Lisbon if I don't speak any Portuguese.
No, really not. A lot of people speak English.
Yeah, lots of people speak English, which is, when I compare it to Rome, no one really spoke English there apart from the international people and students. So here you can, most young Portuguese people speak English.
People really want to make friends over here. They're very, like, people come up to you and like just approach you and
they're very sociable.
Be friendly, yeah.
It's not difficult. I mean, aside from also using apps or like making friends online, even just like going out to bars and stuff, you'll easily like strike up conversations. I think the best thing is probably to like embrace some of the nightlife at the start and then make some friends, and then you can obviously start doing other things with them. What's the nightlife like?
It's gotten better. Like when we had the 10:30 curfew, it was a bit, you go home and you're like, what now? Now it's good. Things are open till like, what, 2:30?
Yeah, until 2. Because I've never been in Lisbon when we haven't had COVID, whereas all has been in Lisbon before and experienced the clubs and stuff. So how would you say it compares now to
then? The clubbing scene in Lisbon's really good. It's really good, yeah. It can be wild. It's no like Berlin, but it's not like that. It's a different type of clubbing, but
yeah. It's a lot of street parties.
Yes,
on the streets.
A lot of people on the streets. Yeah.
What's the best thing about Lisbon?
Of course, like the weather and the views. And the food. I've had really good food over here.
The weather, for me it's just the weather, having come from like London. The weather,
Dublin is a bit grim weather-wise. Also like, really how friendly people are. Like really nice. Like girls as well. Like girls want to make friends. Another thing I don't like about here is the amount of steps we have to go.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I forget to tell people who visit me there are lots of hills.
Yeah, it's very
lots of steps.
Bring a good pair of runners.
Just be prepared for all the steps. I'm just used to it.
We're used to it, yeah.
Someone asked, how do you cope with really boring and serious people?
I feel like, I mean, we have a similar enough approach, but I
think you have a lot more patience than me. Serious people you can kind of deal with. Serious people, you just talk to them and they take things serious. Just be very aware, like you can't really make jokes in front of very serious people because they take things very literally.
I would say limit the time because it can be draining.
Yeah, and boring.
Boring is, no, we don't.
I don't really hang out with people I find boring. Like, for example.
Well, that's a lie because we have.
So, for example, when I first returned back in May and I was trying to, you know, meet people and be sociable, you know, you'd go and meet someone and it's completely fair enough, you know, you'll meet them for the first time, you'll get coffee, and if you don't vibe with them, you don't have to meet up with them again, you don't have to do anything with them. And there were a fair amount of people that I met who I did consider, personally, boring. I would say, how would you put up with them? Well, if you've only met them once, you don't meet up with them again. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're with people who you find boring, try and start a conversation with them. And if you still don't get anything back, then you've tried, and then you just try and either involve them in the conversation if you can, or you just talk to the other people who are there.
Typically, I try to find like a common ground, like find like something that interests them and that would interest me, and then the conversation. It might still be a bit boring,
difficult, but it's just hard. Yeah, it's draining.
Yeah.
Because you're putting all your energy into trying to have a conversation with them, and they're not giving you anything back. Out of all the countries you visited / lived, which is the best, particularly for a uni student? Together we've got Dublin. We haven't gone to uni here, but we can say like we lived in Lisbon.
We lived in Lisbon, yeah.
I've obviously went to Oxford, and then Rome. Sapienza, but I wasn't really part of like the uni. Well, what would you say Dublin's like? Or would you recommend it?
Yeah, it can be fun. It's expensive, but it can be fun. It's small, like it's easy to get around. You can make friends. Don't come for the weather. Our transport system isn't that great. Uni's fun, yeah. You have fun. You can make some good friends. The nightlife is really fun. Pre-COVID, nightlife was really good in Dublin, but it's expensive, so you probably need to get a part-time job.
I think, to be honest, like obviously I loved my time at Oxford, but it's very intense and the nightlife's really shit. It's like fun, you have fun. If you go to a uni of Oxford, there's a lot of events on. I can't really say anything about Oxford Brookes. Uni of, there's a lot of really cool and fun events. It is expensive as well. But I think for a student, I'd say like Lisbon or Rome, because Rome was really fun as a student. Really, really fun. There were always something going on. I lived in the student area near Piazza Bologna. It was just really fun, and like clubbing in Rome's really fun. Things are fairly cheap in Rome. I think cheaper here though. I
met a few people who actually went to university here and they really liked it, and their accommodation is really nice, pretty central, and it seems like they've made really good friends because a lot of them have come back to visit. Yeah,
most people stay here if they're a student. I know a lot of friends who went to Nova in Lisbon and they're all like, they've all stayed.
Yeah, they stayed on, or have come back and they're still friends with their college friends, their university friends.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, I think it depends what you want really. Rome is massive, whereas Lisbon's a lot smaller. And the weather in Lisbon I think is slightly sunnier than in Rome. But what would you do if you had to choose? Where would you go out of those four instead?
Well, I tried to see about transferring to university here because really? I loved it so much.
Maybe Lisbon.
Yeah, I think Lisbon.
I think Lisbon. Favorite restaurant in Lisbon?
Oh my god.
Oh, she loves this Australian restaurant.
I have been to some amazing restaurants here. Down Under by Justin Jennings. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she's gone on about it so many times, guys.
And tonight we're going to my other favourite restaurant, Maison Andalouche. So that's
I'll like put them all in the description box. One of my favourite seafood restaurants is See Me. Have you ever been?
No.
It's so nice. It's so good.
So had such good truffle gyoza.
Oh my god, stop. So expensive, but
€6 for one piece.
For one gyoza.
Oh
no, I actually can't believe we paid that.
No, me neither. We were having notions.
€6
notions.
For one gyoza. But it was incredible.
It was incredible.
She still dreams of it.
Tantalizing.
Yeah. What was it called? Silk bar. Someone else asked, what's the craziest experience you've had in Lisbon? I've had a fair number of crazy experiences. Well, I'm not going to talk about the craziest experience.
Oh.
We're not going But one of the craziest experiences I've had is being randomly invited to a bachelor party.
What?
I invited you too.
Oh yeah.
We were just in a bar, but it ended up, you know, turning into kind of like party. Got chatting to these these guys. Actually, no, these guys came up to us and like, oh, come join us. And they were just a group of like 15 guys on a bachelor party, like a bachelor weekend. And they're like, we're having a huge party tomorrow, you should come. And me and Nora were like, okay, maybe. And we like took their details, took the information, the address and everything. They're like, we rented this massive villa in Sintra. If there's a pool, like just come, it's gonna be a big pool party in the day, like turning into a party in the night. And me and Nora, we were very much debating whether it was safe to go, whether we should go or not. And then we thought, you know what? Let's just go. It's gonna be like a fun experience either way.
Unreal.
Yeah, it was insane. It was so fun. Obviously, we took all the precautions, so we sent the address to several people, shared our location with lots of different people. We got there, we trained to Sintra, and then we got a bolt to the address, and it was like this massive villa. Like it was huge.
I saw videos.
Yeah. We got there and we rang the bell and we were like, is anyone even gonna answer? And then someone finally answered. But it turned out to be amazing. Like we got in the pool, there was so much food, they'd hired a chef.
I was so jealous.
Yeah, I invited Orla. I was like, Orla, come, and she was like, yeah, maybe. And then
I don't know what I was doing.
They're like, bring all your friends, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll invite people. And then it ended up just being me and Nora. But it was so fun, and the food was insane. Yeah, it was insane.
No, it looked really good.
It was so good. And then in the night, they had got like a massive DJ set, and they started like changing. They're like, oh, it's gonna be like a festival, and they started like putting all the glitter on us. Like it was so fun. But then me and Nora had to leave because we were hosting our own party back here, which you also didn't come to because you crashed.
I fell asleep. Yeah. What was mine? Mine was probably like randomly going to Cascais at 4 AM.
What?
Remember?
No.
After my birthday.
Oh. Yeah. She ordered a train to Cascais. I got on a flight to Paris.
No, I got not on a train, in a car.
Oh, in a car.
In a car.
In a car.
With people I didn't know that well at the time. No, I knew them.
No, you knew them. And she shared a location with me.
Yeah. And then I woke up and got a tattoo.
Yeah, she woke up and got a tattoo from one of the guys who we're friends with now.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Oh, another crazy thing that happened to us is we were in a restaurant and we had to leave through the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
That was really funny. That was like the third time we'd met.
Yeah.
We were like out. I
was like, will we ever have a normal experience?
It's always pretty crazy when we go out.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is all we have time for. We're gonna go and get dinner now before the sun sets. Thank you so much for being in the video.
Bye guys.
Someone asked, how do you cope with someone asked, how do you cope with really boring kisses?
Oh.
We have to cut that.